So today I'm going to be showing you the differences in coverage without using a concealer underneath the airbrush makeup between the Colair line and the Glamor line from Dinair. So if you are interested, please keep watching.
So the first thing I'm going to do is try to conceal with my airbrush makeup the way I normally would, and I just want to cover those spots that are very prominent on my skin right now, like my acne scars and any discoloration or irregular pigmentation that I may have right now. I also want to go ahead and cover the redness around my nose and then also the dark circles around my eyes, and just continue to do this all over my face before I apply my airbrush foundation to the rest. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up just a little bit because here I'm just continuing to conceal my blemishes. And now I'm going to go ahead and apply the Glamor foundation. The shade that I use is dark golden beige, and I'm just going to apply it in small circular motions all around my face the way I normally would doing my air foundation. Now, just for the sake of time, I am going to go ahead and speed this up because it's just going to be me applying my air foundation the way I normally would. So the color I'm using here is dark golden beige because that's my normal shade color, and my compressor dial here is at 12 o'clock. Now with the Glamor foundation, I usually use anywhere between 8 to 10 drops for my foundation to cover my full face, plus concealing, so just keep that in mind. Now I consider this to be about one layer. This is what I would do every day pretty much. If I was just using the Glamor foundation, I would use 8 to 10 drops and it would give me this coverage that you see here. And I think the coverage is fine. You can still see my dark spots just a little bit, but it's not horrible. I mean, it's definitely wearable and I would still feel confident going out like this. Okay, so I cleaned off my face, and once again it's at starting condition to start the Colair. So I just wanted to make sure that you can still see that I did not conceal my blemishes or anything like that. Okay, and now I'm going to start concealing with the Colair line in the same fashion that I did with the Glamor line. So in the Glamor line, I used dark golden beige. The Colair line is a little bit different because they're numbered, and the closest match to dark golden beige in the Colair line is C130. So I took 4 drops of C130 and I mixed it with 2 drops of C125, which is the closest match to light golden beige in the Colair line. And I mixed those two colors together to get my perfect shade. So with the Glamor line, I used about 10 drops to cover my full face and then a couple more to conceal. So that in total, that's about 12 drops. With the Colair line, here I'm going to be using just 6 drops in the beginning because it's more concentrated. I'd rather use less than more, and then if I need more, I'll just add more later. Okay, and now I'm going to start airbrushing my foundation the way I normally would with the Glamor line, but in this case with the Colair line. So here I'm just going to go in small circular motions all around my face until I finish what's in my cup. So for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the rest of me covering my face with this first layer of the Colair. So I'm just doing same thing, circular motions all around my face until I finish what's in my cup. Now this is the end result here with only 6 drops of the Colair, and I'm going to show you that the coverage is pretty good for that just being 6 drops. That's half of what I used with the Glamor foundation, and it's pretty close to the finish I got with the Glamor foundation. But I still want a little bit more of a finish, so here I added the same amount, 4 drops of C130 to 2 drops of C125, and I'm going to go ahead and continue on the second layer of the Colair. Now keep in mind that even though it's 2 layers of the Colair, I did use less Colair than the Glamor foundation. So all in all together, I used about 12 drops of each type of foundation to achieve the coverage. So we'll see at the end if the coverage was better than the Glamor foundation or not. And just for time's sake, again, I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this process because you can clearly see what it is I'm doing. So I did add some of the Colair to my neck, which shows that, you know, it did go a long way as far as covering my face, and I was able to cover my neck with the Colair. So this is the finished look on the layers of the Colair. And you could see, it seems, at least from my point of view, that it was a better coverage than the Glamor foundation, which I am very, very happy with.
So after the testing out which foundation type actually between the Colair and the Glamor had the best coverage, I've decided that I like the coverage of the Colair as opposed to the Glamor foundation, just because with the Glamor foundation I do see a lot more of the regular color coming through without concealer than I do with the Colair. And so definitely think that Colair has this superior coverage when it comes to coverage without concealer between the two foundation lines from Dinair. So thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if this was helpful or if there's anything I can do, or please let me know your experience with it. If you want to go ahead and run this test at your home and then let me know what you come up with, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.